I hope everybody is doing well. I'm going to be doing a video today about how to get more sleep. Some people, they'll consider themselves as having insomnia. Some people just say that they can't sleep well. Some people don't have it as a chronic issue, meaning it doesn't happen to them all the time, but it might happen to them from time to time where they find themselves like several days out of the month where they can't sleep well. So I'm just going to be talking about a few tips, that I have. I know I never can mention all the tips in the video because I always think about more things after I stop the video and later in the day. But I'm gonna be giving some of the things that I tell most of the people that come to me with this issue. So when it comes to sleeping is not independent of itself. So when you're not able to get a good night's sleep, it's not just, don't look at it as, it's not an independent issue. So when you're not able to get good sleep, being sleep deprived is connected to a lot of other issues. So it's connected to health issues. If you are not getting adequate sleep, then you may suffer from other issues that are related to not getting good sleep. Your body needs rest in order to operate at the optimum level, along with other things, obviously. But sleep is one of those things that you need, and sleep is one of those things that a lot of people do struggle with. A lot of people do struggle with now for various reasons. So this video may not be just one video that can help you, depending on what's the reason that you can't get sleep. But the tips that I'm giving here, these are tips that seem to have helped the people that have came to me about it. And I feel like if you try them, try a few or try all of them and see how they work for you, I definitely believe that it should at least help you. It should at least help. And like I said, it depends on the reason why you don't or not able to get sleep. Some people have medications that they're taking. Some people just have a lot on their mind. Some people are stressed. It's many different reasons, but these tips that I'm giving you is going to, I definitely feel like it should help you if you're having this issue. So one of the things I have is to stop eating at least 3 hours before bed. So this is a tip that's not just good for getting good sleep, but just good as a rule of thumb in general. Not eating 3 hours before bed, it's good to not eat right before bed for several reasons. Right now, we just talking about helping to get good sleep. That's a good practice, even if you're somebody who, you might be watching this video for somebody else. Even if you're someone who gets good sleep, it's a good practice to not eat at least 3 hours before bed. So when it comes to sleeping, right, the reason why that can affect sleeping, well, say you eat like 10 minutes before you go to bed, or even 30 minutes. Digestion is one of the body's most energy consuming processes that it does. So when you eat right before you go to bed, your body is trying to digest at the same time you're trying to rest. So even if you're a person that, say, doesn't particularly feel like they have issues going to sleep, you still can be getting better sleep if you're not eating that close to bed. Because if your body is trying to digest at the same time that you're trying to rest, you're not going to get as good of quality sleep as you would get if your body wasn't trying to do this high energy consuming process such as digestion. That's one of the biggest tips. And like I said, it plays into a lot of different health issues and just optimal health in general. You should not be eating very soon before you go to bed, and try to at least not eat at least 3 hours before. It's sort of like, if you ever knew anybody, or even yourself, you ever had it to where you ate a big meal and then started working out, or a kid, when you was a kid or you're a kid, who they eat a big meal, then they start running around playing and then they throw up. Well, this is because your body is like, okay, you're trying to do all these activities, but right now I'm trying to digest this food. So your body focuses its energy on that physical activity you're doing, and then takes the energy away from the actual digesting of the food that you just ate. This is the reason why you throw up. So this is a similar analogy of trying to do too many things at once when your body is trying to digest and trying to rest at the same time. So, good rule of thumb, try to not eat or don't eat at least 3 hours before bed. Some of these things, you might be able to just do one of them, because I've had people just do one of them and they're able to get much better sleep. But I'm just giving you a bunch of tips because one may not work. Maybe another one will. So another one is to take a relaxing bath before bed, or if you don't have time to take a bath, just take a shower. So some people, instead of taking showers at night, they take showers in the morning when they're ready to get up and get ready for work or get ready for the day or anything. But having that, one of the things that it does, water has healing properties and also has relaxational properties. So when that water is coming over you or you're in a tub, you should be able to clear your mind in a way that you may not be able to if you're just going through the hustle and bustle motions of, oh, I'm getting ready for bed, or I'm doing this, or I'm doing that. Try that, because like I said, even if you don't have time to take a bath, try and take a shower, because one of the things also is that if you're going to bed dirty, that can be a comfort issue. You're going to be a lot more comfortable if you're going to bed clean versus going to bed dirty, going to bed with all the dirt and debris and polluted air, and trying to rest well when your skin and your pores are probably clogged and all of this other stuff. You're going to be a lot more comfortable. And part of going to sleep is being comfortable. That's why most people sleep in the bed. So another one, like I said, that second one, take a bath. If you don't have time, at least try and take a shower before bed. Instead of taking one in the morning. If you want to do both, that's cool. But try to take that shower. Try to cleanse before and try to use that time to clear your head. Another one is most smartphones, right? They have these things called blue light filters. Now they're called different things on different phones. Some of them, it's always it's just a thing that you put on your phone that is supposed to decrease the blue light you're exposed to. So blue light is one of those things that can cause headaches, and that can also keep you awake at night if you use it right before you go to bed. So putting on that filter can help you if you're somebody who struggles with migraines, and then struggles with sleep. Now, this is going to be tied into another tip. The fact is that you should be refraining from watching TV or using any of your devices, especially if you're having trouble with sleeping. Try to refrain at least an hour before bed. You might have to play with it depending on your specific circumstances, but putting that blue light filter on, that will help you. Definitely, it's supposed to decrease the stress in your eyes, and also just being exposed to that before you go to bed, that can cause you to have issues going to sleep, getting a nice restful sleep. Another thing is, don't sleep with the TV on. So I know a lot of people who like to sleep with the TV on. So when I was younger, when I was a teenager, I would sleep with the TV on. I felt like I needed it, and it's all I knew. Like, I see my parents sleep with the TV on. You know, my aunts, people that I knew would do it. So I felt like I couldn't go to sleep without it. So if you need another source of noise, right? Because the reason I used to feel like I needed it was because I needed noise. That was back then. Now, even if I tried, I don't watch TV much. Yeah, I don't really watch TV, but a movie here and there. But when you are using the TV to go to sleep, you got all of this background noise, like just in your unconscious mind. It's kind of like, especially if you're someone who has trouble going to sleep, and you might not be able to pinpoint it, but some people have trouble going to sleep if they just have a lot on their mind. Like, they're trying to rest, but they got like a million things going through their head. And so trying to sleep with a TV, that's just one more thing that's constantly in the background. An alternative is other noise sources, such as fans. So like, if it's hot outside, put a fan on. Even if it's not on you, try and use the fan. A lot of people use the fan to go to sleep. And if it's cold, then try and use a space heater. Space heaters make a nice noise. Now, they actually have real noise machines like that help people go to sleep. You can choose from a variety of different noises, whether that be rain, wind, a bunch of different ones. It even got like little lights that glow and stuff like that. But also, you can just look that up on YouTube as well. You can look up like a sleep playlist, and it will play all throughout the night, whether you want to play that straight off your phone, on a little speaker on low, whatever you need to get that noise. But try not to use the television. So another thing would be to diffuse lavender essential oil in your room, or use or apply a few drops to your pillow. So this has to be official essential oil, not lavender fragrance, but official essential oil. Now this is not a permanent fix, but if this is able to help you relax and get some sleep, it can get you into a pattern of sleeping at night. Because a lot of times when you've been in this position for such a long time where you don't sleep at night, it sends you in a cycle where you're nervous because you're like, ah, man, I want to go to sleep, but I know I might not get sleep at night. Oh man, I'm not going to get sleep, so I might as well just do this. It's like you send yourself into a cycle when you're not getting sleep because you're stressed about not getting sleep. And so that can be further continuing to help you to not help you to not get sleep, but it continues to affect your sleep. Being stressed about being sleep, being stressed about not being able to get sleep, worrying about not being able to get to sleep. So the lavender is not a permanent fix because you shouldn't need lavender every night to go to sleep. But it's something that I use it here and there. I don't have issues sleeping, but if for some reason I have a lot on my mind and I'm just like, ah, man, I'll diffuse some lavender. It always works for me. Now, like I said, official essential oil, lavender, not lavender fragrance. That wouldn't work. But yeah, this is not a permanent fix, but anything you can do to help yourself get in that rhythm of sleeping at night, doing the activities that you should be doing, which is sleeping. It just should help you get into this rhythm. And then when you're able to get that night of sleep, that 2 nights of sleep, then you decrease the stress, then you decrease that worry, like, oh man, I've been able to sleep. I should be able to sleep tonight too. It's really a mind thing as well. But it could be contributing, it could be other contributing factors. So another tip I have is to keep a sleep journal. So if there are days that you actually had good nights of sleep, you want to make sure you know and remember exactly what you did on those days. You don't have to repeat the days exactly. You don't have to repeat them exactly. Like, okay, so 2 o'clock, I went to the bathroom. And then 3 o'clock or 3:02, I went and I asked you don't have to do it exactly, but there are certain things that might be contributing to you not being able to get sleep. So if you actually have days of good sleep, then you want to have a recap. Like that morning, you'd be like, oh man, I can't believe I slept through the whole night. That morning, as soon as you can do it, you need to have a recap of that day. What did I do? Like, did I not go to work? Is it work that's stressing me out? Is it a project that I wasn't doing? Did I not have interactions with this person that may be stressing you out? You have to document these things because sometimes you can start you can start to get going and then time just goes past and you just like, oh, okay, well, I got good sleep now. You just think it's by coincidence. But a lot of these things are not by coincidence. It's for a reason that you're not getting good sleep, and those nights that you do get good sleep is for a reason that happens too. So keep a journal. Keep a journal on those nights that you will happen to get good sleep. And even if you can think back to a time where you did get good sleep, try and remember what you did at that time. And then some of those tips, if you're not doing some of the things that you used to do, or you're doing things that you didn't used to do, you may be able to implement those and to help you get good sleep now. So another thing is going to be to stay active during the day so that you can avoid restlessness when it's time to sleep. So like I said, a lot of these tips are tied into like your overall well-being. You should be active throughout the day regardless of if you have sleep issues. But a big issue that I find that people have is restlessness. So if you say you work at a desk job, right? So you wake up, or maybe you don't wake up because you didn't get good sleep anyways, but you go to a desk job and then you sit all day. So the average person works about 8 hours, but you can work all the way from 12 hours. Some people work double, 16 hours, but let's just say 8 to 12 hours. So you work that 8 to 12 hours and then you get in your car, you drive home, however long your commute is. It can be 10 minutes, 20, 30, whatever. You're sitting down in your car. You get home, I don't know if you cook, you might be up cooking, or if you get takeout. Like this is a lot of people. Like you get takeout, so you grab that, you go to the little drive-through, still sitting down, get that food, then you go home, and then you sit on the couch and you watch TV and you eat. Like all of these things, they're detrimental to your health altogether. But we're talking about sleep. So the reason why this is an issue is because your body is not meant to be at rest all the time. It's not meant to be at rest, especially if you have the means to be up. You have, your limbs. You have, strength in your legs to be able to walk, to be able to be active. You're supposed to be active. So if the majority of the day you're sitting down and you're at a rested state, one of your issues can be that you are restless at the end of the night. Like when it's time to lay down and go to sleep, you already have been, now you did, like, resting and sitting down definitely different than sleeping. But the fact is that we've all probably experienced that feeling of restlessness. I never worked at a desk job, and I know that it just wouldn't be for me. But one of the reasons is because I feel like I have to get up and move, and I'm not even like a super hyperactive person, but I do like to be active. And so I feel like if I worked at a desk job, or people that work at a desk job, you're just sitting down, and then you kind of get accustomed to sitting down. And then sometimes when you have to get up, it seems like you have to put forth an extra effort to do that. You know what I'm saying? So a big issue can be that you are actually restless at night. So getting and staying active can be such a good thing to do. It's a necessary thing to do for many reasons, for your health, for your weight, for your everything. But it's very important too. Like, you may not think about it, but it's good to stay active to help you get sleep. Like, you ever have, you're somebody that work out, you ever have like a really good workout, right? And then, you take your shower, and then, you eat, and then at the end of the night, you just feel like you get like really good sleep because, like, you worked your body, and then it's like, oh man, like I finally get to sleep. Well, when you have been sitting down all day, you might feel like you really don't want to sleep because your body has been resting all day. So, like I said, that was at least 7 things that I mentioned in this video. You don't have to try them all at once, but just try them. Things that you might have. So you may not have essential oil in your house. You may not have lavender essential oil. Maybe you order it online. If it comes in 2 days, well, there's certain things like not eating 3 hours before bed. Certain things like that, you don't need anything to start doing that today. So start doing one or a few of these things today to see how it affects you. If one doesn't work, try another one. But I guarantee at least one of these things can help you, and if not, multiple ones combined. Now, like I said, there's many different reasons why you can be having issues sleeping, and everybody is different, so I can't cover every single instance in this video. But the people that I have spoken to or have come to me with issues sleeping, one or a few of these things have worked to help them to get sleep. All right, so that's it. Like I said, I might think about some more things, and I always think about more things, but this is a very good conclusive video of what I believe will help you. So, all right.